Hey guys, it's your girl Brandi, aka Brandi Forr. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I do lots of commentary videos on Love Island, pop culture, Kardashians, Degrassi, blah, 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 blah. So if you like any of those things, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you give me a like, because best believe I'm going to be reviewing Love Island Season 9 of the UK on a weekly basis. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel. So let's get into this mess because, child, let me just get right into it. So Summer, if you don't know Summer, she is from Season 8 of the UK. She came in as a Casa Amor girl. Long story short, Dami, you all know Dami and Indiyah, hashtag Damia. They blessed our screens last season, gave us the drama that we needed, the drama that we loved, and gave us the love towards the end. So that's why it's always Team Damia. And of course, Black love, can't forget about the Black love aspect of it. So yeah, they have a lot of fans. Indiyah, she is thriving right now. Yeah, I'm just very happy for them. However, we came a long way with these two because, as you guys might know already, watching last season, during the Casa Amor episodes, Dami had a connection with Summer, who was a Casa Amor girl. And Summer wasn't to blame, especially since she was coming in as a Casa Amor girl, and her job is to find a man, couple up with that man, and get back to the main villa. So I never put the blame on Summer. I mainly put the blame on Dami for even kissing Summer. Not so much bringing her back, but more so kissing her, because Indiyah, she didn't do that with Deji. So that was always the issue with Dami. It was just that he was moving, just like what Indiyah's mom said, he was moving a little crazy. But once they got over that, once Dami realized that Indiyah was once he realized, like, yeah, that is actually the one, like, Indiyah is the one for me, he stopped moving crazy. He committed solely to Indiyah and he cut ties with Summer. Yes, Summer was upset at first. However, it seemed like Summer had gotten over it. It seemed like Indiyah and Summer eventually became friends, like good friends as well in the villa. So I'm thinking, like, okay, everything is copacetic. They were also hanging out like outside the villa, like after the show had ended. Indiyah would like meet up with her at like Pretty Little Thing events. I thought everything was good between them. I thought they were having a thriving friendship until this happens. So the thing about Summer, she chats a lot. Like, she goes on these podcasts. Don't get me wrong, like, every one of these islanders go on these podcasts, say their side of the story, and that's that. And, you know, the more you say, the more real you come across as. So I don't mind that realness of it. However, in this case, she went too far. She went too far, and it just came off as extremely disrespectful. It was completely and utterly disrespectful. So one of the podcasters who was interviewing her had asked her about Dami's package in the villa, like while they were in bed together or whatnot. Take a look and see. Yeah, the quality is like trash because I screen recorded this, but here, see for yourself.
Then you don't like me then? You don't like me?
Was Dami growing in Love Island?
Oh, class. Listen, what did you say? Sorry,
no, I'm asking the question, was Dami growing in Love Island?
Look at fiddling with her hair.
Yeah. No comment.
Yeah.
No, but not that I've done anything, but you know.
No, but did you, because
I can see things.
Oh, so you saw his grower?
I can see things, yeah.
Spill the juice. We're not here to...
My eyes were working enough to see it was a grower at points.
Have you ever
we were in the pool.
So yeah, basically she first says no comment when he asks her that, and then she proceeds to answer the question that she really didn't have to answer. And it's just like, why did you have to answer that? I'm just kind of confused, especially since Indiyah is your friend. Why would you answer that? Why aren't you over the situation? I would understand if it like just happened, you and Indiyah were not cool, blah, blah, blah. But instead, you're answering questions about your friend's boyfriend's private parts. Like, what sense does that make? And how does that make you look? That makes you look thirsty. I'm sorry, it makes you look real thirsty for attention, because why would you answer that? It was just a classless move. And yeah, just downright thirsty. And it's funny because in the same podcast, she was also still complaining about Coco, how I don't really know what she said about Coco in this podcast, but Coco actually responded saying like how attention seeking she is, how thirsty she is. She always has Coco's name in her mouth, which I agree, because at this point it's kind of like you're upset over Coco saying that she would hook up with a guy you were not even official with. You were not together with this guy. Coco wasn't really your friend to begin with. Like, y'all were just mates in the villa and nothing more. So I'm kind of confused why she has this ongoing beef with Coco, especially since that was considered her girl. It doesn't really make sense. It just does not make sense at all. And it seems like she's holding on for dear life to her 2 seconds of fame, and it's insane. So of course, Indiyah, being the true Jamaican that she is, she responds by tweeting. Well, she does a subtweet, and she basically says, some people need to stop reminiscing on what they can't have. Anyways, make sure you tune into a real podcast tomorrow morning, #Love Island, the morning after, with real tea and goss. Classy response. Love to see it. She didn't even mention her name, because why mention her name? Like, y'all already know who she's talking about. And yep, after she had tweeted this, apparently Summer had unfollowed her, and then Indiyah unfollowed her right back. And then Dami, I think he tweeted like title. I don't even know what, I'm not even about to say it, but Dami tweeted something really funny after that. Summer has been getting a lot of backlash from people, from Indiyah fans. She's been getting death threats, which I don't agree with. I don't care how wrong she was in this situation. Don't be sending death threats to the girl. But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy with what she said, and people are just over it because she's constantly talking about drama from the past. How long has this season been over? It's been over since what, like August? And she's still talking about it. Like, she's still talking about drama that happened, things that happened in the villa. And it's just kind of like, all right, sis, you already did enough podcasts. You don't have to keep talking about the situation. And to make matters worse, she releases a statement on her Instagram today. She says, I'll be real, you lot are taking it too far. Death threats, telling me to kill myself, saying I don't deserve to be alive. I take accountability for what I said, but I don't deserve some of the you guys are saying to me. My family also see everything you guys say to me, and it affects them, which is hard for me to see. So keep that in mind when you're sending me all this hate. I hope you all find peace and remember that everyone is human and has feelings. Good night. And don't get me wrong, she's like completely right about the death threats, because why do people care so much to send other people death threats? It actually makes no sense. It's like, it's never that serious for anyone to be sending death threats. Like, come on, y'all. If y'all are doing that, you're whack. Very, very whack. That being said, her saying that I take accountability isn't really saying much. She literally says, I take accountability for what I said. What exactly are you taking accountability for? Have you apologized? You haven't apologized. That's taking accountability. Saying, sorry, Indiyah and Dami, for disrespecting you guys and talking about something that I shouldn't have been speaking about in the first place. That is taking accountability. She says, I take accountability. So I don't know who told her to write this. I don't know if she wrote this herself. But yeah, sis is done. Sis is done. No more brand deals for her. She messed it up for herself because she talked too much. When you talk too much, this is what happens. It's just like, come on. There's a point where being too real goes too far. Like, when you're being disrespectful, that's when it's not cute anymore. And also, it doesn't help the fact that sis was a whole Tory Lanez fan as well. Like, no. Yeah, she's done. I cannot defend her. You know, I love defending my fellow Black girls who come on Love Island, but her, I cannot defend her anymore. It's giving embarrassment. And yeah, Indiyah was completely right to cut her off because it's just very embarrassing. So yeah, that was really interesting to see. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this whole situation. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm coming out with Love Island reviews on a weekly basis. I will likely be doing weekly recaps because at first I was like, ooh, maybe I should do like every other episode, but no, I think weekly recaps are like way better. So definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and yeah, support your girl Brandi Forr.